To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
The next time that you step out in the rains to take a cab or are planning to leave office in peak traffic hours, government has permitted surge pricing up to 2 times the base fare for cab aggregators like Uber, Ola and Rapido, which means you may have to shell out more money in such times. What really are the implications on that? My colleague Sabir Dikshit is here with the details.
In an important move, the government has allowed the cab aggregators to surge the price during the peak hours 2 times the base fare. As of now, they can increase the fares 1.5 times than the base fare during the peak hours, which is normally considered when there is a gap between the demand and supply. For example, in case of rainy days, in case of any event, there is a gap between demand and supply. There is a huge demand and the supply is less, in the sense that the availability of the cabs is quite less, and then that is termed as the peak hours. And during the peak hours, usually the fares goes up, it surges, and this surge as of now is permitted to 1.5 times the base fare. But as per the new guidelines under the motor vehicle aggregators guidelines 2025, now the aggregators, they can surge the pricing by 2 times the base fare. This will definitely impact the people, those who usually take these cabs, whether it be through Ola or Uber for their various purposes. They will have to pay more money during the peak hours, but government understands that this will also help the drivers, those who are in this industry. They can earn more money during the peak hours. There is a important point in this clause that during non-peak hours, the aggregators can offer a reduced fare which could be 50% less than the base fare. So that sort of algorithm has been permitted as per the new guideline. The new guideline has been released on 1st of July 2025 and will be applicable within the 3 months.
Right, so we may be able to get more cabs during peak hours as the number of drivers who may offer their services increases, as the surge price also increases. But what really is the trade-off? Times Network also got reactions from some consumers on this. Let's take a look at what the consumer feels.
Was needed long time back, because like recently also, like we have been seeing like these apps like Ola, Uber, they have been hiking the prices so up. Like a normal person who actually wishes to take a taxi and who cannot afford his own car is actually unable to afford even the taxi services. So I think this is really a good initiative from the government.
I think it was a long needed one, because when there are rides which are for a shorter distance, due to the price hike, people always had to pay a lot because they had no other option. But now with this, by putting a cap, it's okay, because now the consumer can use it and not feel that, oh, I'm paying 300 for a 3-kilometer distance. So I think that's a good initiative by the government. It helps the consumers.
Customers का फायदा long distance के लिए beneficial है, but short distance के लिए maybe not, क्योंकि most of लोग prefer ही इतना करते कि शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस के लिए कोई ट्राई नहीं करता ओला वगैरह, तो वो ज़्यादा हो जाता है मैक्सिमम. तो मोस्ट ऑफ लोग टैक्सी प्रीफर करते हैं, ओला से बेटर है.
नहीं, अभी जो ओला उबर के लिए जो इन्होंने सरकार ने नया गाइडलाइन लाया, वो तो मिला जुला के काफ़ी हद तक अच्छा ही है, क्योंकि दोनों तरफ के लोगों को लाभ होगा, तो उसमें कोई समस्या तो आनी ही नहीं चाहिए. क्योंकि पहले पीक आवर्स में जो डबल टिबल रेट, फिर उसके बाद इसमें लोग क्या करते थे कि भाई चलो हमने बुक कर लिया, बुक करने के बाद में फिर कैंसिल कर दो, किधर सस्ता दिखा तो उससे कैंसिल कर दो, तो वो सब से तो छुटकारा मिल जाएगा. तो अगर दोनों जन को देख के अगर बैलेंस बना के चल रहे, तो बहुत ही अच्छा पॉलिसी लाया इन्होंने.
I think I will more suggest public transport, because that's very cheap and very budget friendly for like travelers like me and others. But Uber is very more cashier, and I don't think that's very worthful for like hours like transport like travelers.
Do you also think the same?
Yes, it's pretty expensive, and I prefer to travel in public transport because it's expensive for the middle classes. Therefore, I will prefer to travel in normal auto public transport.
So that's what consumers are feeling about these new guidelines, and once cab aggregators also put it into motion and these come up on our app screens, then we'll know more. But for